Hello students, once again I welcome all of you. The third chapter of Science Part First, Chemical Reactions and Equations. Today we will discuss the types of a chemical reactions. Which are the types of a chemical reactions? There are 4 types of a chemical reactions. Instead of it, there is other types of chemical reactions, but main there is 4 types are there. We will discuss only 3 types today. That is a combination reaction, and another one is a decomposition reaction, and last one is a displacement reaction. We already seen what is meant by reaction and how it is proceed, how it is takes place. So without wasting our time, we have to see the types of the chemical reactions. The chemical reactions are classified according to the nature and of a reactants and products, how many products and reactants are formed, and from this we can classify this in different 3 different or 4 different ways, which have already seen in our book. So we have to start with the combination reaction. What is the combination reaction? What is the combination reaction is taking place? For a combination reaction, they have taken one activities there. First one is the combination reaction. In a combination reaction, first reaction they have provided to you, and that is of a ammonia. Ammonia is react with ammonia gas. Ammonia gas is reacted with hydrochloric hydrogen chloride gas, and they have formed NH4Cl, that is ammonium chloride. They have given the activities there. We have in a test tube what you have to do. We have to take some sort of HCl. We have to heat it. The test tube by using a Bunsen burner. After that, what you have to see, in another test tube we have to take ammonia. And ammonia, we have to insert a glass rod in ammonia test tube, and this test tube you just hold it here. Near HCl test tube. So the vapor of HCl gas and the vapor of ammonia gas, these 2 gas are reacts with each other to form a ammonium chloride, which is white in a smoke, and the condensation is taking place. These 2 gases, hydrogen chloride gas and ammonia gas, react with each other, and the ammonium chloride in a condensed form, that they are in gaseous form, and after their condensation ammonium chloride is formed. So a combination reaction is the combine of 2 different reactant are there. One of them is ammonia and another ammonia gas and hydrogen chloride gas. Both these gases are react with each other to form a ammonium chloride. This is the first reaction. Which is mentioned in our textbook. Another reactions they have given to you is that another reaction is provided to you, magnesium oxide. Magnesium reacts with oxygen to form a magnesium oxide. We have already seen that a magnesium strip is there. Here is magnesium strip. Hold it by using a tongue. Hold it by using the apparatus which is provided in our laboratory, that is pair of tongues, and ignite it. This magnesium strip is ignited by using a pair of tongue, and after that what you have to see? We have to see a white powder. White powder of a magnesium oxide. White powder of a magnesium oxide is formed in the laboratory. So magnesium is ignited in air. Magnesium strip is ignited in air in presence of air. After ignition, what we have to see? We have to find the residue of a white powder. We have to find a residue of a white powder which is in white color, and there is some sort of heat is also used. Heat is also used in this reaction, and this combination of a magnesium and oxygen taking place, and we can form a magnesium oxide is in the laboratory. So this is also another example. This is another example, that is second example of a combination reaction. Magnesium strip is ignited in the presence of air. We can form a magnesium oxide. The third example which we are provided is that the third example which is provided to you in our textbook is that calcium oxide and water. Calcium oxide, CaO, and water. And after that, what you have to form? Calcium hydroxide plus heat. Calcium hydroxide and heat. So what we have to take? They have already given the procedure that take water in a beaker in half heat. We have to take a beaker, half heat with water, and what you have to add? We have to add a calcium oxide is there. We have to add calcium oxide is there. It is also called a slacked lime. Slacked lime. That is CaO. It reacts with water. That is reacts with water, and we can form CaO plus H2O. CaOH twice and heat. Heat is also it is released in this reaction. So there is another type of reaction is also, that is exothermic reaction. Okay, we have to see later how the endothermic and exothermic reaction taking place. But here is a combination reaction. Calcium oxide that is slacked lime is react with the water, and they can form a calcium hydroxide, that is a calcium hydroxide. This is a third example of a combination reaction. So combination reaction, from all this data we can analyze that. From all this data we can easily analyze that two or more reactants react with each other and to form a single product. Two or more reactants are react with each other, and after that we can form a single product is there, and this type of reaction is called a combination reaction. We already given when two or more reactants combine in a reaction to form a single product, it is called a combination reaction. I think you have got those things, how the combination reaction is taking place. So second type, we will discuss a second type, that is a decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction. Decomposition. It is completely opposite to that of a combination reaction. Combination reaction, what you have to see? In combination reaction, two or more reactant react each other to form one product. Here, from one reactant we can decomposes, and the product we form is two or more than that. So decomposition reaction takes place. For this, we have taken the example that when we have already know on the sugar which we have already used in our kitchen for a tea, that C12H22O11. When it is heated, what we have to form? We have to form carbon plus L1H2O. In evaporating dish, we have taken some grains of a sugar, and by using a Bunsen burner, we have to heat this sugar in our laboratory. We can easily find that they have forming the 12 atom of a carbon and 11 molecules, that are atoms or molecules that of H2 is formed there. So this from a single product, from a single reactant, by using heat we can form two different substances, that is product, that is one of them is carbon and another one is a water molecule is there. So this is one example of a decomposition reaction. So another they have provided that the calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate is also there, CaCO3, that is in solid state. That is in solid state. On heating we can form CaO, that is in solid state, plus CO2. That is it. Also, this upward reaction arrow indicates that it is a gas. Physical state is gas, it is solid, it is also a solid state. So what you have to see, we have to take a calcium chloride in a test tube. We have to take a calcium chloride, we have to heat it using a rubber cork and bent glass tube. We have taken another test tube, and using same thing there, we have take here we have taken lime water is there. Here is lime water is there. Here is also rubber cork. Okay. So after heating calcium carbonate, the calcium carbonate is decomposes into different product is there. One of them is a residue of a calcium oxide. Calcium oxide is remains here, and the another product is carbon dioxide, which is gas, which is released here. In this way, it will migrate towards this test tube, another test tube, where limestone is already, the solution of a limestone is already prepared. So it becomes a milky. So to found in the presence of a carbon dioxide, we have to use a solution of a lime water is there. So it turns a milky. When we have to using carbon dioxide, we can transfer the carbon dioxide in lime water, it turns a milky. So there is two product is there. Calcium carbonate is decomposes in calcium oxide and CO2, and this type of a reaction is called decomposition reaction. I think you can understand it. Another example they have provided to you. Is that hydrogen peroxide. Okay, hydrogen peroxide is there, and they also decomposes slowly, and they can form hydrogen, water and oxygen that decomposes into the byproduct of water and oxygen. So in this way, from a one reactant we can form a two different product is there, and this type of reaction is called a decomposition reaction. We already the chemical reaction in which two or more products formed from a single reactant, it is called a decomposition reaction. Okay, I think you have understand those things. And the last one is they have given that displacement reaction. The third one. In activities we have provided that the zinc dust is reacted with copper sulfate solution, and after that what you have to see, we have to form a zinc sulfate, that is aqueous solution of zinc sulfate, and solid copper is formed. So what you have to see, in a displacement you know that substitution in a football, volleyball and another games, which is in that game we can see that the one player is injured, after that we can replace by another active participant there, another player which is more active than the first one. So the zinc displaces copper, which is less reactive. This is copper, this is zinc. The zinc ion is produced from a zinc atom, and the copper ion copper ion is formed in from a copper sulfate, that is it can forms a copper ion, so it can displaces a copper, and after displacement it takes the place, this place copper place is taken by the zinc dust, zinc element, which is more reactive than a copper. So in this way the zinc, ZnSO4 and copper, and these two products are formed. So what you have to see what we have to see in this reaction? In this reaction we can see that the reactive ions of an atom which can displace less reactive ions of an atom of that particular compound, and this type of a reaction which can displaces less reactive ion by the more reactive ion, and this type of a reaction is called a displacement reaction. Here they have given the reaction in which the place of ion of a less reactive element, place of an ion of a less reactive element is compound is taken the another more reactive element, and this type of reaction is called a displacement reaction. Today, so we can conclude here, we can stop here. We have already seen the types of a chemical reaction: combination, decomposition and displacement reactions. So I just stop here. In next lecture we can see the fourth type of a chemical reactions and another reaction, that is exothermic and endothermic reactions, which is found in that chapter. So I just stop here.